Okay, we have eggs, of course, zucchini, cilantro, ancho pepper, flour, garlic, tomatoes, jalapenos, bolillo bread, taco seasoning, sour cream, cheese, piloncillo, I will show you in a minute, onion, limes, and tomatillos. Okay, this is our groceries. Okay, for this week, prices have increased, and I'm gonna show you in a minute. But my total for this week is $21.67. $21.67. So $1.67, a little more, but I think it's gonna be worth it. I think to say that it really bothers me when they don't have it by themselves, and I just have to buy the 3. I don't like it because I only want 1, and I have to pay $1.64 for 3. But oh well, we need it. It used to be $1.77 last week. $1.97. The only one that is $1.77 is this one, but I don't. Come on, this is not Mexican, right? So I will have to get almost this. $1.97. Hey guys, I'm grocery shopping. It's insane. How much the prices have increased. Like, it's ridiculous. And I feel you, because a lot of you always tell me how cheap it's here in Texas, and we're so blessed by that. But now, wow. Okay, and to start, of course, what's the first thing that we're gonna do? Yes, you guessed it. We need salsa, right? Ah, what happened with my apron? So the first thing, I'm fighting with my apron, sorry. Okay, we have to put our aprons on because we don't want to get dirty, right? Mama Coco's here. So what I'm gonna do my salsa, but I'm gonna do a red one because I always do a green one. It's just because we love the green one. But now let's start with the red one. This week we're gonna have a red one. Okay, let's start with our salsa. I have 4 tomatoes, a little piece of onion, 2 jalapenos, 1 garlic. You can add more jalapenos, of course, yes. Remember that in the description below, I will leave the recipe, okay? And my other recipe as well. I have my blender. I already add some cilantro and some salt. I'm going to add all this beauty. Look at this. Just going to add it. And now let me go and blend it, and I'll show it to you. See? I didn't blend it completely, like a lot, because when I do the red one, I like to have a little chunks. So we have all these for the week. So salsa is ready. Now I'm going to grab one of my chiles anchos, and I'm going to clean it. I already have in the kitchen, on the stove, I have water that is already hot, boiling. So I can put my chile, because, ooh, this breakfast that we're doing, you're gonna love it. So when you buy your chiles and they're basically not like fresh, like not very old, the chile is very flexible and very easy to do what I just did. So here's my water. I'm gonna churn it off, and I'm just going to add this one for just a little bit, maybe 2-3 minutes. Because it's not too dry. It is dry. It is not so hard. I'm just gonna leave it here for like 2 minutes, and that's all. Okay, if you remember last week, I had left beans, some corn tortillas, 2 pieces of chicken, a piece of cabbage, and I think that's it. So I'm including that in this week's menu. Okay, so I'm gonna use beans for a few recipes today. So let me get the stuff, the chicken. So let's do it. Okay guys, so this is what we have left from last week. If you haven't watched that video, I will leave the link here or on the description below. Check it out. But this, we're gonna make miracles. So a few recipes with this one. Let's start. Our first breakfast, we call them empalmes. This has so much flavor. Okay, in that same pot or pan that I did my salsa, I'm gonna use it for the next one. In order for me to make the breakfast, we're gonna do a little bit like a sauce, and I'm gonna show you how. I have just a little piece of onion and 1 garlic, and I put a little bit of oil, and I'm just gonna do this, okay? Okay, this is ready. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, and here I'm going to add my chile that is ready. I'm going to add my onion and my garlic. I'm going to add very little water, just a little bit, and I'm going to blend this. Okay. This is what we blend. Okay. Okay, here's my chile. I'm going to grab just like this, and I'm going to reserve it. Now, here, I'm going to add some beans. Okay. Maybe one more, because I need to left some beans for another recipe, so I'm just gonna grab the last one, and the rest I will leave it for that. And I'm gonna reserve this because we're gonna use them all today. And now I'm going to blend this. Oh, this one. Guys, I forgot. I need to put some oregano, salt, and cumin. I forgot to tell you that part. So I was blending and I was like, oh no, I didn't season it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin. Cumin and beans are the best friends. You need to know that. And then oregano. Oregano. Okay. Now, let's do it. Remember that the recipe will be in the description below. Okay, in a pan, I'm gonna turn it on, and I'm going to add here my beans. Just gonna look at this. Ooh, they're gonna have a lot of flavor. Oh my gosh, this tastes so good. Really good. So my beans are done, and I'm just going to do the next part. I'm gonna turn them off. Okay, I cut some of my cheese. I put some beans here, so I don't have to be the pot. I have my corn tortillas. Let me tell you something. Remember this? I forgot to tell you. I forgot. But anyways, hopefully you have it. So I have here a tablespoon of lard. Okay? Because of the flavor. Okay? I think this gives so much flavor. So you're gonna mix it up. Or if you don't have lard, then shortening. But I mean, lard has the flavor. So I'm gonna come and I'm gonna put it. You're gonna bring the other one, and you're gonna kind of like this so they can stick to the other one, right? Then I'm gonna put some beans in here. Okay, you can put eggs, you can put meat, you can put whatever you have. This time, because we're doing kind of frugal, I'm just gonna use my beans. I put beans. Then I'm gonna put my cheese. And let's go to the stove. Okay, look what you're gonna do. Here's my, we call these empalmes, okay? Now, okay, you're gonna grab, sorry guys, I don't know what happened. Anyways, and this other one, I'm gonna put it on top. Just like that, so when we turn it, this part has the oil or the fat. Okay, I'm going to turn it very carefully. this is done. I have my plate here. And guys, look at this beauty. My friends, and there you have it. The best thing ever. You're gonna love it. You can add some scrambled eggs here inside. Look at this. You can add any leftover that you have. This is gonna be this is gonna taste really good. Are you ready for breakfast number 2? Let me show you. Super simple. It's molletes, but we're gonna take them to another level. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, for the next breakfast, I have oil. I'm going to do 2 eggs. A little bit of salt. We're gonna just scramble. The eggs are doing a little brown because here I did my salsas, remember? My eggs are done. I'm going to add, you know me, a little bit of salsa. I love when I do red salsa to have it chunky. You add as much or as less as you want. Okay, turn it up. Okay, this is done. Okay, for this breakfast, we're gonna do kind of like molletes, but with a little twist. Let me show you. I have the same beans that we did for the other breakfast. I had some shredded cheese and my eggs. I need a spoon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put some of my beans in here. Yum, yum. These beans taste really good. Like, you wanna take your beans to another level? Make these ones. They're really, really good. I'm going to leave the link for the description. I'm gonna leave the link for the recipe on the description below. Now I'm going to add my eggs on top. Whoopsie. They already have salsa, so I want to finish. I only did 2 eggs, so I want to put them all. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's it. Okay. I'm going to put cheese only in one, just because the other one, my daughter wants to eat it, and one with, one without. And now I have preheated my oven to 350 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius. Let me take it there. And there you have it. Isn't this so good? You have extra salsa if you want to. These are really good, right? Okay, now let's go to recipe number 3. Hey guys, okay, for this last breakfast, we call it torrejas, my grandma's style. So let me show you. It's so simple. Okay, this third and final breakfast, remember that every breakfast we do it twice, right? So we can have 6 in total. What is the 7th? The 7th is Saturday. We go to the groceries every Saturday, and so that day I just clean my fridge. Whatever I have, that you always have leftovers here and there, that's where you're gonna eat for breakfast. And then you go to the store, you grab more food, and continue doing it. So this next breakfast is my grandma's recipe. That's one of the breakfasts that my mom grew up eating with her siblings. So it's the easiest thing ever. Let me show you. Okay, for this breakfast, we're going to use our other bolillo. Remember that we bought 4, okay? We are going to use piloncillo. Piloncillo is brown sugar, basically, but they say it's a little more pure. Okay, this is very common in Mexico to make a lot of bread, treats, desserts. We're gonna use it. I'm gonna show you the syrup that my grandma did, and we need egg whites. So I'm going to put 2 egg whites here. Okay, I'm going to save. I'm only using, I'm only using 2 of this, and I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna use it at the end. So, okay, so I'm gonna save it. Okay, then I'm going to cut my bread, and you wanna do like maybe 1 inch, maybe. Okay, this is ready. I'm gonna put it aside. Now I'm going to open this, my piloncillo. There are different ways that people do it. I'm just gonna make the simple one that my grandma did, okay? Or if you wanna buy maple syrup, go ahead and do that too. Let me remove the bread from here. And this is what you're gonna do. You are just going to, and this is very quick. Don't think that I'm gonna take here forever. So I'm just gonna do this very quick. Okay, we're done. Now, okay, I have a small pot. I put 2 cups of water. I'm going to add my piloncillo. And I'm going to add a stick of cinnamon. And we're just gonna be here. It's gonna melt. It's gonna have, so for around like 4 minutes. Our syrup is looking really good. I still have 1 more minute to go, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay, this is ready, so I'm just going to turn it off and leave it there. I'm going to do this on my eggs. I'm gonna do the test. Perfect. Now I'm going to add my egg yolk, okay? Just for color. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We have our eggs and we have our bread, right? I put a little bit of oil, 1 bread, and can you see? Sorry. I know, but my mom always said that it was delicious, so I'm gonna believe my mom, right? Then just put it there. And we're gonna continue doing more. Of course, my grandma will fry it. I just don't want to do it, so it would take a little longer. I may put a little more oil, so I can do this. Okay, guys, these are ready, as you can tell. So I'm gonna get them out and continue making more. Okay, here are my torrejas. This is my grandma's style. You may, if you have Mexican friends or you're from Mexico, your recipe may be different. This is my grandma's. So I'm just going to add as many as you want, right? Okay, now something about the piloncillo. Piloncillo is not only cane sugar, brown cane sugar, it has spices as well. So this has a lot of flavor that you don't have to add anything else. And then you can just add it, and oh my gosh, these are really good. And this is the best. So I'm gonna leave the recipe for these ones as well. So these torrejas is kind of like French toast in the US. I mean, just a little different, just because they don't put anything on the butter. Yeah, because the syrup has already a lot of flavor that you don't need anything else. More syrup. This is really good. Okay, with this recipe we finished the breakfast. Now let's go with the lunches. Okay, for our first lunch we're going to use our jalapenos. These are going to do the work of the what is it called, of the my poblano peppers. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna use the beans that we did the first for my breakfast. We're gonna use a little bit of cheese and eggs. Let me show you. Okay, this is our first lunch. Look at this. It's jalapenos filled with beans, cheese, and we're gonna eat it like a taco. Okay, for this recipe, try to get the bigger fatty ones that you can find. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm only got 6 because I'm gonna do 3 for one day, 3 for the other. You can do 4, whatever, as many or as less as you want. let me show you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a little like a little hole, because we are going to remove the seeds, okay, before we do the next step. I noticed that it's easier and better to do it this way. It's a little tricky though. I'm going to cut it sometimes, and don't throw this part because we're gonna put it again in our chiles, right? I should have done it a little bigger. Oh well. So I'm saving this, and I'm just cutting the seeds, and we're gonna try to take them out as much as you can with a small spoon. I like to come inside and kind of like scrub it and take them out, okay? Okay, and I'm gonna do exactly this with all my jalapenos. Chiles are done. Where are my chiles? There they are. And this. So now let's go to the stove. I have boiling water, and I'm just going to start adding my chiles. Do not remove the little tail. I'm gonna try to keep the little door that we did in the same jalapeno so I don't miss it, right? Okay, I'm gonna do those three at a time because mine is very small. Oh, actually, if you wanted to remove the spiciness, add a little bit of sugar and baking soda to the water, and that will help to stabilize the spicy. Okay, 5 minutes passed, and I'm going to get my jalapenos out. Very gentle. Okay guys, my chiles are done. I have my queso. I did the eggs the same way I did the torrejas. We're gonna use beans as well. So we're going to okay. We're going to put some inside, but before that I need to cut some cheese. 4, 5. Okay, so here are my 6 pieces of cheese. Okay, so I'm gonna fill in the peppers with my beans, which this one's I put more liquid than I should, but oh well. I'm going to put 1 cheese, and this is basically done. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. Let's continue with the next one. To make it more easy, I'm gonna do that with all of them just to secure, and then it's so easy to remove them, so it's not gonna be a problem at all, but just to keep them more secure. Now I have already my pan with a little bit of oil. I'm going to take it out. Let me show you. And that's why that tail is so important, because it's gonna make it so easy for us. So I'm gonna put him inside. Oh, so sorry. Okay, and look at this beautiful. We're going to remove. I already removed some. Just gonna go around. You grab a tortilla. You grab a chile. And that's the way. These are tacos, guys. That's the way we eat them. Do we try it? Right? Okay. I'm gonna give it a try. These are just more easy, affordable, because the poblano pepper is more expensive, it's bigger, and this is just kind of like something quick. I think. You want salsa? Add more salsa, but I think this is enough. Mmm. 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 The cheese. And you can fill them with whatever you want. If you have some leftovers, chicken, meat, whatever, do it. It's really good. Do you see it? Remember that when you boil them, add some sugar to the water. It's not going to remove all the hotness, right? All the spiciness to the chile, but it's something that you can eat and you're like, oh, no. It's really good. Like, it has a kick, but a good one. Okay, for our second lunch, we're going to do enchiladas suizas. Okay, so what it means, we're gonna do the sauce for the enchiladas, but we just don't have the chicken. We do have chicken, but we're gonna use it for dinner because of the 2 pieces of chicken from last week. If you haven't checked that video, I will leave the link here. So we're gonna do that enchiladas suizas. So I already put a pot with water. I'm gonna put my tomatillos there. I'm gonna show you how we do in a frugal way, right? How do we do the enchiladas sauce, that enchiladas suizas? I thought they're very famous in Mexico. Let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna add 1 chile only. You don't have to add if you don't want to. And I have 4 tomatillos. I'm going to warm up my tortillas. I put a little tiny bit of oil, so you can have a little bit of oil, right? And let them warm up. And then we're gonna flip it over. These tortillas this time, they're so bad. So breakable. Horrible. Horrible. Okay, I have my tortillas ready. In this plate, remember, I have a combination of flour and water because that's gonna be my glue for my tortillas. And I still have my delicious beans. So I'm just gonna put, you can add cheese. If you have a little bit of chicken, if you have a little bit of meat, go ahead and do it. And you can make way more than this, of course. And then at the end, just put this because that's gonna be our glue. Okay. Next one. The quality of these tortillas are horrible. I'm so sad. They're not used to be like this, and I always bought them. Not anymore, guys. These are horrible. Walmart, bad, bad, bad. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna, of course, I'm gonna use my favorite air fryer. Guys, honestly, we love it so much for everything. So I'm gonna do 350 for only 4 minutes, and then you can check if it needs more or not. But let's go. Done. This is done. Oh, perfect. Look at it. I had to put 2 more minutes, so in total was 6 minutes. Okay, and that will depend how toasty you want them. So these are ready. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna finish cooking them here just because I'm gonna use the fryer again. My taquitos are done. My salsa is cold. I have 2 tablespoons of sour cream. You can add less or more. That's up to you. And we're gonna mix it up. This is so good. So I have my taquitos. I'm gonna pour my enchilada sauce. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay. I like them like very like that. And I have a little bit of cheese. Okay. And I'm just going to put them 1 minute because I only want to melt the cheese. Let's go. Okay, this is done. Oh yeah, baby. And just be really careful because the plate is gonna be hot. My enchiladas suizas are done. Okay. Look at this. Ooh, baby. Mmm. 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 La salsa. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make this delicious soup, beans and rice, taco seasoning. It is fantastic. Let me show you how we're gonna make it. So easy. Okay, for our next recipe, this is our first dinner. We're gonna need 3 tomatoes and a garlic, taco seasoning, a piece of onion, salsa, our beans from last week, and I forgot to show you my pound of rice that it was included, and I don't know what happened. Anyways, we're gonna need half a cup of this. Let me show you. I have some water. I put 20 ounces of water. I'm going to cut my tomatoes. We're gonna blend it. In a pot, I'm gonna add my beans and their juice because that's gonna help us to have more liquid. You'll see why. And I have around 2 cups of beans. I'm adding my uncooked rice. That's the reason that we need more liquid, because the rice is going to absorb it. Okay, I'm adding a half a cup of my salsa, the one that we did, remember? And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of my taco seasoning. Okay, mix it up. Okay, and I'm going to cover it. We have it in medium heat for 20 minutes. Look at this. Can you see the rice, the beans? And it smells really good. Okay, so this is ready. I'm gonna turn it off. I have to show you. Look at this. That's the reason that we put a lot of liquid, because the rice was gonna get a lot. And you have for 2-3 days. Oh my gosh. Guys, can I just say how full of flavor this delicious soup is? I mean, honestly. So good. The taco seasoning, the salsa. Whew, it was to die for. Now, let's go with our recipe number 2. Let me show you our second recipe. We're doing a Mexican lasagna. Mexican zucchini lasagna, right? Mexican zucchini lasagna. I promise it's really good. It is full of flavor. So let's get started with this recipe. This is what we need. We need salsa, cheese, already shredded, zucchini, the chicken from last week, remember. If you haven't watched that video, go and check it out. My little piece of cabbage. This is what we need. The first thing that we're gonna do, I'm gonna cut my cabbage. And I'm going to shred my chicken. I'm gonna use this to make my meal. I'm going to grab one first. Okay. Actually, this is for my other meal. Anyways, and I'm going to shred my cheese, and I'm gonna use this to slice it. So, okay, this is what I have left. Let me show you. Here it is. I thought it was recording. I wasn't. Sorry about that. So, but anyway, here's mine. I'm going to put a layer, and you might have to cut it or do what you have to do. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of my cabbage. I'm going to add a little bit of my my chicken. A little bit of my cheese. I'm going to add another layer. My oven is already at 350 Fahrenheit. It's already preheated, so we can do this very quick. I was looking for the small ones, but I guess that's it. Okay. A little bit more of salt, a little bit more of pepper, and we're gonna continue doing this with what we have. We're gonna finish with my layer of cheese, and I'm going to add a little bit of salsa, optional. I'm gonna cover it. Sad story, look at this. Oh, I thought I had more, so I'm gonna be very gentle and see if I can use it. What? Okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna make it work, huh? Okay. Let's put it to the oven. Okay, look at this. Our Mexican lasagna zucchini. Right? Let me. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me get some into a plate. Just you guys don't make a mess like I did. I really wanna try it. Let me show it. I promise you that these taste way better than what it looks. It's our zucchini Mexican lasagna. I only put it 20 minutes because I like my zucchini a little crunchy. I don't like it that smushy. But hey, you can do it for more if you want to. It is really good. And here's our final dinner. It's zucchini with rice. Honestly, it was really good. This was kind of like a surprise dinner because I forgot that I needed to use the tomato for this recipe as well, and I used it all for my beans and rice soup. But let me show you how we're gonna make this. Okay, for this last recipe, I have to say that you have to add a lot of liquid. Well, not a lot, but my pan was small, so like every minute I have to go and check, every 2 minutes, and I will add a little bit more liquid, mix it up, so it will, my rice will not stick and it will cooked. But it was really good, and because I had a lot of liquid for my beans and rice soup, I was able to use it. So, whew. Okay, so for this last meal, I'm gonna use a little bit of onion and my zucchini. I forgot the one tomato was gonna be for this one, and I used it for the other one, so I guess it's gonna be okay, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna dice my zucchini, but look what we're gonna do. Don't you worry, because creativity's coming, right? Okay, in a pan I have oil there. I'm going to add my onion for a little bit, and I'm going to cook for like a minute or so. I'm going to add my zucchini. I'm gonna add salt and pepper. I don't have cheese anymore, so I can add cheese, but it's okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add half a cup of my rice. Okay. And because I used the tomato that it was supposed to be for this one, I have leftovers, a little bit of the soup, but I'm only gonna use the liquid, okay? Because I want to cook my rice here. I love the taste of the bean soup, that I thought we can do the same with the zucchini. And I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna put a plate here. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. This is fantastic. I did not know this was going to be so good. It's delicious. Delicious. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.